Hi there, this is Neil from lingualog.com, and I want to give you a quick overview of Rocket Language's French program. And at the moment I'm just going to show you the free version. This is a version that you can get a lifetime access to. It will give you limited content for learning the language, but it's a great way to get to grips with how the program works, and I would recommend you getting over to Rocket Languages and giving the lifetime free access a whirl to see if you like it or not. I'm hoping to do a full review when I've got the full premium version, but for now this is a stopgap, and I want to just give you a quick view of how Rocket Languages has changed over the last few years. So this is the online version now. It used to be solely audio with an accompanying PDF and games. Now it is all online and still has audio components, but they're kept online now and can still be downloaded, of course. So if we go first of all to the interactive audio lessons, we can see that there are 8 sections, each with several sections involved in each unit. So there's loads of information, loads of content just within the interactive audio lessons. Let's pick one, for example, introducing yourself. Okay, and each section will bring you to a brand new page, and basically what it allows you to do is you can either listen to the full audio just the same as you used to be able to do when you used to order the CDs
by learning
or
how to
download
ask
the
people
audio
call
package.
myself,
You
or
can
am
listen
called.
to the full audio.
For
I believe it's
example,
about
Je
17
m'appelle
minutes.
Paul. I'm called Paul.
So as you can see, it's 23 minutes long, almost 24 minutes long for the audio section, just for this 1.2 exercise. So there is a huge amount of audio content to get through. You can of course download it if you want to keep it on your phone or on your tablet or on your MP3 player. You can download the audio to your computer. That's no problem, and use it as you would have used the old Rocket Languages course, and in exactly the same manner. Now the audio is the same, it is the same, I believe the same content, actually the same lessons, still with the same woman and the same guy, but now you get, instead of the PDFs to go along with it, you have some more interactive
Je m'appelle Paul.
content, which has pushed Rocket Languages just that little bit better than it was before. Now, if I can just show you down here, obviously you can listen to each part of the lesson individually. So as you can see, that was like 13 seconds of just this snippet of language, and it's a great way to learn small conversations. And of course you get the transcript with it, and also the English translation of that transcript. So that's a very useful little snippet. Rather than listening to the whole audio, you might want to break it down. Now they do recommend you listening to the full audio before you do this, so you don't use the transcript to start with, but it's entirely up to you. Once you've listened to that, then you can also move on to the practice section. And so not only do you get to listen to how the words are supposed to sound, you can practice them yourself.
Je m'appelle Paul.
Now they don't have voice recognition, which is a pity, but for the price you're paying with Rocket, I wouldn't expect them to have voice recognition. But you can record your voice and compare it to how it's supposed to sound. So for example, if I listen to this one, you can play that as many times as you like, and then you can record yourself. Now you may notice, just in case you get this, when you press record, you may get this Adobe Flash Player settings coming up with your microphone, if you have a microphone, and you press allow, and it won't remember that, and it will keep, you can record it, and it will keep doing it every time you want to record something. See, which is very annoying. So just to get past that, in case you need it, right click, settings, allow, and remember. And it'll never ask you
Je
again.
m'appelle Paul.
Okay, just a little trick. Okay, so let's go to Je m'appelle Paul and record. Je m'appelle Paul. I don't sound very French, but that's... So you can record yourself and compare it to the tutor's version. So you can do that with each of the parts of that small conversation. And remember, that's just one small part of a conversation of the entire lesson of this 1.2 lesson, which is a small section of all the lessons available. So you can imagine how much content there is to get through, and how many exercises and work you can do to help you learn the content. It is an excellent way to learn. So as you can see, you have more practice here. You can come down and practice saying phrases and sentences, and you can record it and check it. So excellent way to learn and use the vocabulary that you're learning. Also, if you want to add a word, you have what's called My Vocab, and basically if there's a word you want to learn, you want to remember for later to test yourself, you can add that word to My Vocab by clicking on the word. If you double click on the word, you will get this ABC. Click on that and it will add it to My Vocab. And you can write my name is, save it, it will add that to your vocabulary list. Okay, and if there is an audio clip with it, it will add that as well. You've also got My Level. As you practice each of these and record them, it will ask you to rate how you think you did, and then once you've rated 10, you can come to My Level, and it will tell you what you've done out of 29. So once you've rated a minimum of 10 words, your lesson level will appear. So it's a self-rating system, but of course there is no reason why you should lie to yourself. If you do lie to yourself and say you're a lot better than you are, it's only you that you're hurting, really. No one else really cares how well you're doing. There's no one else watching over you to see how you're doing. It's all on you. Okay, and you can make notes about the words if you want to. So as you can see, there are plenty of words, vocabulary terms in the interactive audio lessons that you can listen to and speak and practice with. Very nice. You've also got the language and culture lessons, which basically works the same way. Let's have a look at naming things.
Le chat, la chatte.
And this works basically the same way. You have a language section where it's like a tutorial, just like the PDF book you would have had before, and you can go down. But this time, of course, as well as just being a PDF, you can listen to the words and record your voice next to it to make sure that your recording is of similar quality. So go down, a lot of information. It's not just an audio course. Of course, we do call it Rocket Languages audio course, but to be honest, there is a lot more than an audio course now. It's almost verging on a software course. Not quite, still primarily audio, but there is a lot more to it now. You've got a little bit of culture, and then again My Level. Alright, so plenty of information. These are all the audio courses you've got. Remember, it was almost 25 minutes or so just for introducing yourself, so there's a lot of audio content available. And the language and culture lessons also have 7 sections. You have a survival kit, which isn't available in the free version, and the games. Okay, what I would say so far then is the interactive audio lessons and the language and culture lessons, they really have improved Rocket Languages. It is much better. Even though I really liked the Rocket Languages audio course before, I thought it was excellent, and the PDF books along with it was a really good accompaniment, this is even better. It's much simpler. You could do it on a tablet, you can use it on a phone if you want, and it is very, very useful. And the fact that now you can record your voice and compare it makes it even more useful. It is still primarily an audio course, and you still learn from an audio perspective. There aren't the exercises and other methods of learning how to write like there are in some other software courses. But for listening, speaking, and reading even, It is an excellent course, and for the price, possibly one of the best out there for learning to speak quickly. Very useful now. The only thing that I am disappointed with, to be honest, is the games. I can't look at the new mega cards, which might be good. They always used to be good. I loved the mega cards in the last sections. And they've brought out this new Phrase Master and Word Master, which a little bit fun, but a little bit disappointing as well, I have to say. I expected more from Rocket from what they've done so far. But this is the Word Master, and basically it's listening and putting the letters in the right order. So you just hear the word and you put it in the right order, and that's okay, that's fun, but that's basically, from what I can see, all it is. So if you get it wrong, I don't know what happens if you get it wrong. It doesn't allow you. And so I can imagine it getting very tiresome after a while, just going through. And it's also, I don't know how much you will learn from it. It's just basically rearranging letters. I might be completely wrong. I haven't done it long enough. You might find that rearranging the letters actually helps you spell the words, in which case good on them. If it does work, then excellent. If you think you might like this kind of game, then give it a whirl. I guess it could help you learn how to spell. Yeah, I guess it could, but it's just a little bit dull, doing the same thing over and over again. I don't think it changes as you go along, so a little bit disappointing. And if we take a look at the Phrase Master, similar thing, might help you rearrange phrases. So again, it's just rearranging a phrase. So the Russian cream. Again, it might help you to learn sentence structure. It probably could, but it's just a little too dull. It's almost like they've tried to make it into a fun game, like a regular kind of Tetris game. Hasn't quite worked in my view. It's a little bit dull. Fun for about 5 minutes, and then very tiresome. So I think they've actually failed with this one. I love Rocket. I think it's a really good system, and I think the rest of the course, they've done an excellent job of updating it and turning it online. I think they've got it wrong with the Word Master and Phrase Master. From what I've read, they're pretty proud of it as well, but maybe it'll be effective, but I think it's a little dull, and I hope the mega cards are a bit more like the old system, because if you read my last review, the mega games I thought was a real bonus for the course. This I don't think is as such a bonus, so a little bit disappointing. Nonetheless, don't let that detract you from the actual Rocket course. It is an excellent course, and for the money you can't go wrong. Basically, for the money, it is one of the best on the market. So okay, this is Neil from Lingualog. Thanks a lot for watching.